Good morning, family. Today, I'd like to talk about the greatest teacher that I've ever had. I learned so much about myself, so much about love, so much about God from this individual. They weren't a teacher, they wasn't a preacher or anything like that. Just a simple man. 2015, I saw the statue that I wanted at the store, and I didn't get it. I chose to get my late wife something instead. And almost a year later, I went back to see if it was still there. I wanted to get it for me for my birthday. And the gentleman there, my greatest teacher, came up. And honestly, I don't even know the guy's name. But he came up and was talking about the statue and was walking to the back where it was at. And he asked me, he said, "I remember you." He said, "Where's your beautiful wife at? I love the way she did her makeup and how she had her curly hair." My wife had just passed 2 months prior. So I turned and, trying to maintain my composure, I told him that my wife had just passed. This man broke down crying right there in the store. I'm nervous. I'm looking around because I'm this bald headed black guy, and this man, a white man, is crying in front of me. And I'm at a nice store in Fresno. And so he reaches out and gives me the biggest bear hug. And I'm taken back because this guy's flamboyantly homosexual. And all of my issues, all of my judgment was like rushing to my head at that time. I learned so much from him in that moment. I learned more about myself, how judgmental I was, more about love, more about God than I had from any preacher or anybody claiming to be able to preach or teach about God and love. And that's saying a lot. In that moment, I felt through this homosexual man the love of God hugging me. In that moment, all of my fears, all of my insecurities, all of my arrogance, judgmental attitude, everything was just melted away. I don't even know how to describe it. I held him back. He looked up and he looked at me in the eye and said, "You're a good man. I remember you. You bought your wife my hand painted porcelain dolls for her birthday. When you wanted that statue." He said, "I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm going to give you this statue. You're a good man." I was so humbled. I was so broken by this man. His love, his compassion. It was so genuine. At that moment, I knew that it didn't matter what I say to people. What matters most is the vibe that they get from me. Do they feel the genuine love coming from me? And at that moment, that's what mattered the most. That's how I wanted to live my life. I wanted people to remember the love, the genuine love, not what I say, but the genuine love and passion that I have for them. I love you guys. Peace.